Hey you guys, this is Diane Parham. Today I'm going to show you how to quickly remove a background from an image and how to make your image transparent so you can import it into other um, forms of documents or images that you want to use. So we're going to use PicMonkey.com, and what you want to do is click the design up at the top. And then we're just going to use the design area that it sets up for us, and we're going to click transparent over here on the left, and that will make our background transparent, and we're going to hit apply. And then we're going to go over here to the butterfly or the overlay section and click on that. And we're going to pick our own image. So I have an image on my desktop that I'm going to use to take out the background. So we're just going to basically increase it by pulling on these little basically outlined areas. They have little circles there. You can just kind of pull on them with your mouse. Okay, so once you get your image about the right size, what you want to do is just click on it, and then you'll get this overlay screen that comes over here. And what you want to do is click the eraser, and then you'll see here that the eraser has different kind of size options. So what I do is I kind of go large in the beginning just so that I can get out this this background area pretty easily in my image. So you basically want to just, excuse me for a second, go right over everything that you want to take out. So I'm going to take out all of this kitchen background here and just wipe out all the general area that I can with this big eraser just so it goes quickly. And then anything that you kind of accidentally erase, we can go back and fix as well. I'm just going to kind of go in here and just click these areas to kind of get rid of them. Go really close there, get that out, kind of go here. And you just do this throughout your image until you kind of get the general area taken care of. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and kind of just fine tune it. And you can click and kind of choose an area, or you can just hold your mouse down and drag it. I find when you're getting kind of close to an area that you don't want to, erase over something, then if you just kind of hold it there and put that line like right up against where you want the border to be and click, that it kind of makes it a little bit cleaner of a process. And then we just go in and we'll just fine tune it after. So this is looking pretty good. I don't kind of want to go in there yet because this is too big. And then you can also increase your area too if you want to like just have a bigger area to kind of work on. So I just kind of pull it a little bit here and then make it a little bigger. And then over here, there's also an area where you can increase your image size too and make it really big. And I don't mean to scare you with my big face there, but okay, so then I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of go in. I'm going to bring it a little bigger. And I can start cleaning up this area like kind of in here. And this looks pretty much like the same color of my hair, so I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to kind of go in here and just, and again, you can kind of click if you have a smoother hand with the click than you do with pulling it, then I find that that sometimes works a little bit better. So I'm just going to get this cleaned up here. So look, I just took a chunk of my arm out there. So then you take this paintbrush here, and then what you do is you kind of go on the inside and you just bring it back in. So I can just bring that back in, and I'll go back to my eraser and I'll make it a little smaller, and then I can kind of go back in and try to be a little smoother with that. And I'm going to try to get really close with this just because it is dark and I want it to look smooth when I put a new colored background in there. So let's see, I'm going to enlarge this even more. See if I can get these areas in here cleaned up. So you can see get pretty close in there and get out any of that dark stuff. So that looks pretty decent. Bring it back down so I can look at it. Bring it back over here. And these I'm just going to click because I want it to look smoother. That looks pretty good. And then here I kind of just go, I'll probably do a little bigger so it's faster. And then I'll just kind of go along the line again and just leave a little bit of space to clean up. Just drag here. And you can't really tell if I take out a little bit of my hair to kind of make it the dark go away. So I'm not going to necessarily worry about if I kind of go too close to my hairline because you won't even be able to tell. And then I'm just going to kind of bring it down so it's smooth. Same thing here. And then I'm going to go back to small to get that kind of small area in there. And then again, you know, on the arm, I'm going to actually bring this back in. I'm going to try to get it smooth, but I want to try to get that black or that dark area to go away because that's going to show up a lot when I try to put a different colored background in here. So I'm going to try to get it as smooth as I can. And then you want to just get these little areas in here. The best that you can. I think the biggest thing is just to make it look smooth so you don't look like your body's deformed. And it seems like when you have a bigger eraser, it does go a lot smoother, like with those like straight lines for some reason. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to smooth this out here just a little bit. And then we're going to go back to enlarging it and see if I can get that area around my head to go a little better. I don't know how I'm going to, let's see, I got to kind of try to move it. So we'll see if we can actually move the image down. So I'll move that down and then I'll move this like that so I can see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to try to get this like dark shadow area to go away up at the top. And again, you know, it's kind of like my hairline, so I think it's going to be okay if I kind of shave a little bit of it off, except for right there, it looks funny. So I'll go back and fix that. And then I'm going to come back over here because I don't like this shadow area. Sometimes it's easier to erase more than you want and then go back in and build it back in because then that like darkness is gone and it's easier, in my opinion anyways, to make it smoother. So maybe don't be afraid to you know, erase more than you have to and then go in and fix it. So let's see how this looks. So that's look pretty decent. I think I'm going to fix a little bit over here. Might even shave, like I said, some of that hair off just to get rid of the shadow. And then maybe go back in and see if I can bring it back in just a tad. Because at least that line went away, and I'm going to go ahead and fix that now. So it doesn't look funny. Because this is my wall in my kitchen more than it is my hair, but we do want to kind of make it look smooth. Maybe I'll go a little bigger so it is a smoother line there. And this is not an image that I think I'm going to use anywhere, but I thought it would be a good one to show an example of because it is so straight. So see, like that right there is actually not even my hair. That's my wall in my kitchen. So I'm going to see if I can go back in and see if I can just wipe it away smoothly. I think if I get this smooth, it'll look good. Because it's just kind of a fluffy part of my hair. And there. I think that looks awesome. Okay, so I might try to get this side a little bit over here too, just because I don't know what kind of background that I'm going to put on it. And see if I can get that to go in. I think I'm just going to click. Yep, perfect. Sometimes making your eraser big works for these small areas too, because you have that curved line that's going to erase for you as opposed to trying to get a straight line. And this seems to be working awesome. Okay, we'll get this little area right here. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Boom. Looks pretty good. Move that back up. And we're going to work on this little spot right here just to make it look smoother. I think what happened is I erased too much, so let's put this back on. See if we can build my arm back up so it's not so fuzzy. Okay, so I think that's pretty decent. If my eyes didn't look crazy, I would probably actually use this picture for something, but it looks kind of nuts. So we are going to save this, and I'm just going to say dye face, no background. And then I'm going to show you how I would use it. So I'm making a gluten-free ebook for a sign up on my website. So I am going to put an image of me in there. So we're going to take this one out, and I'm going to add another image in there. So we will upload the one that I just put on the computer right here. There it is. And we can import it and we can size it. I'm going to crop this just so the area is not so big and make it look like this. Boom. Maybe even just like that. So it's just a shoulder kind of look. I'm going to save that. And then what I can do is I can decrease that in size and sort of just make an image of me on my document right like that. And the cool thing is using Canva after you've edited a picture in a PicMonkey is that you can change the way it looks there as well. So now I have a grayscaled picture. And if I want this line to go over this image so it looks like it's fits in there better, I can send it to the, oops, I guess I can't do that. Thought I could send it to the back. So maybe I'll just line it up right there. So there you go. Now I have an image of me in an ebook that I'm going to be publishing on somewhere, probably my website or Facebook, and then I don't have a background on the original image that I was going to use. So there you go.